There we are.
Welcome to the All Things BMX Show. It is episode 219. The Crenshaw Eagles in the house. You ready, Chris?
Yes, sir.
We have Matthew and
Ready to
Keegan
go.
Payne joining us from Eagle, Idaho. We're going to talk Crenshaw bikes and their story on BMX. We're very excited to have them join us. They are making some waves in BMX. Have you seen the side hacks that homie Mike made out of the Crenshaw frames?
I've seen a few pictures of them.
Sick,
They are
aren't they?
sweet.
Dialed.
Hack Shack, man.
You got them built in, man. They're dialed right in. We're coming to you live from the Ethan Clark Studios here in the soon-to-be fall season
Yes.
in Heartland, Michigan. Do you know what else it's called?
I don't know.
Basic bitch season.
Who?
Basic bitch season.
What's that?
That Starbucks is about to get out of control. They just opened.
Oh, pumpkin spice.
There you go, Chris. You took the joke, you took the lead, and ran with it.
I think they've already started that stuff.
They need to calm down, all right? We still got a little while, all right?
October is pumpkin, shoot. I walked in the store yesterday. There's Halloween stuff up already in the store.
I'm all right with that. We could skip right past fall, go to Halloween.
I like fall, man.
You got riding boots you wear, too?
Riding boots.
Yeah, they know. Big things happening
No,
over this
I don't.
weekend at Motor City Harley-Davidson, if you guys don't know. How'd the bikini contest go that you went to?
I didn't go.
You skipped out on another one, Chris?
I tell you,
Nick
man.
is going to fire us and take our sponsorship away.
I still think Nick wants customers. If I show up there, they're not going to come on there. Trust me.
Chris and I are here at the Ghetto Wear News Desk. There you go, Bill. For the coolest in lifestyle apparel, make sure you guys check out Ghetto Wear.
It gets cold. I'm going to have to get my ghetto wear beanie on.
Yeah, those are nice.
They are nice, actually.
We got to get them to make a couple hoodies. Our show doesn't happen without the support of the following companies. So when you guys are shopping for BMX, make sure you guys stop by, swing by, check out these places. The Hack Shack that we already plugged.
Yep.
He does more than just make side hacks, though. You
It's like a bike shop, man.
Yeah, you need anything, just hit him up.
Yeah.
Make sure you see him. But he can build you a side hack. He's got a bunch of them built for Frogtown this weekend. And if you're going to Frogtown, make sure you check out the Crenshaw side hacks, amongst all the other things going on there. Also, our good friend over at Wrenchman Wheel Builds, who is going to be on the show next week.
Yep. He's our guest next week.
And if you guys are looking to get bulletproof built wheels, make sure you guys check out Wrenchman Wheel Builds. You can use the ATB code, and he will box up a free high five.
Yep. Send it right over to you.
Send it right over to you. Bmx Race Supply, if you guys are looking for BMX supplies, head on over. They got free shipping on anything, $49.99. They got a cool new T-shirt I tried to order the other night.
Yeah?
Well, I mean, I ordered it and didn't try. I tried to make a post, and then Facebook took down their post that took down our post sharing the Trails T-shirt.
Really?
Damn, man, they're on a roll, dude.
That's not cool.
They took one of, yeah, anyway. Mega Design Group for the best in canopies. If you're looking for marketing, anything like that, he makes those, everything, right?
Oh,
flags,
you know,
banners.
Tough blocks.
Tough blocks. If you're
BMX tracks, man.
Yeah.
Tough blocks would look sick in the corners of a BMX track.
all of them. You need like 5 per corner.
Yeah, and you can put all your track sponsors' logos on them. Just get a hold of Brian Fell over at Mega Design Group. He will take care
Did
of
he
that.
call you on the way here for that intro?
No, but I
Okay.
did check in on him, and he says he's doing really well.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, he is.
had surgery a couple weeks ago, and he said he's doing real well.
man.
So shout out to Brian.
Our good friends at DB Sports World over in New York. They're on the other coast.
Yep.
We got them on all coasts, man. And 110 Nutrition. If you're looking for the best in supplements, they have a fat burner now.
I saw that.
Did
looks
you watch his video?
No, I
Said you can't sit around eating ho-hos, taking fat burners, thinking you're going to lose weight.
Oh, come on.
So I was like, well, send me 2 bottles and I'll eat twice them.
You can have tacos.
Now you can have tacos. You can get a shirt with yourself on it because of BMX rocks.
We'll get there in a second.
Oh, Melissa's off this evening, so the wheels have fallen off this intro. But, man, you guys make sure you check out the people that support the show when you guys are looking for your needs in BMX. All the links for the sponsors will be in the show notes. You can check them out. And Gatenine is bringing you Detroit Velvet Smooth this evening. Look
Is
at
he
him.
there?
He's just sitting back there. Just
Yep.
back there, just hanging out.
Just hanging out back there. Okay. So, also, we want to... Danger Snacks brings you our guest tonight. Danger Snack is the snack that is the difference between draggin butt and haulin butt.
You see it. Oh, my God. Jesus Christ. I forgot.
All right, so you go online, check them out, order your Danger Snacks, and use our discount code.
Shit show. Because you ain't going to say it.
Nope. For a discount.
That's the discount. You'll get a discount when you order.
Yeah. So get a hold of Brian Dorsey over at the Danger Snacks.
He's announcing this weekend at Frogtown.
Is he?
Him and Rick. Yep.
Oh, Rick is
Rick Carter from Beer Budget.
sweet.
Mhm.
All right. So the show chat is sponsored by BMX Rocks Photography.
Got a good question.
Huh?
It's a good question this evening. Buddy.
All right. So go if you want to get your name on a picture on a shirt that says "I race for tacos." You can
Or
go
beer.
to-
You can get
or
I
beer.
will race for beer.
Oh, is there one of those too?
Yeah.
Shoot, I should get one of them.
Should. Big can of Coors Light with your face on it.
Yeah.
Get on that one.
Just go to BMX_rocks, ROX photography.com and check that out. All right, chat question for tonight. With the Frogtown Classic going on this coming weekend, would you like to see side hack racing at your local track? JP?
I would.
I would.
I want to see it at all local tracks.
I think it'd be sweet. Something different, something fun.
Would you like to see it at Waterford Oaks?
Well, sure.
You know, we almost made it through the intro without you doing the Waterford Oaks plug.
You brought it up. I didn't.
Well, we want to welcome our guests into the show this evening. Welcome to the All Things BMX Show. Matthew Keegan, Payne from Crenshaw BMX. Guys, let's ask you guys before we ask the question that we do for all our guests. Would you guys like to see more side hack racing at your local track?
Absolutely. Yeah. We got one going, but we got to at least get two more going to get a total points moto.
Awesome.
So yeah,
there we go.
That's great. Again, thank you guys for joining us this evening. We have Keegan and Matthew Payne from Crenshaw BMX joining us from the other busy metropolis of Eagle, Idaho. And as we ask all our guests, how did you guys find BMX racing?
I got into it because when my dad was younger, he did it for a long time. And then when I was born, he got my brother into it, my older brother, a little bit, but it just wasn't his thing. So he took a break when I was born and then grew up a little bit. I showed some interest and he immediately threw me on a bike. I started just playing around on it when I was about 10. Yeah. And about a year after that, I was right on it. And I didn't know how to ride a bike until I was like 6.
Yeah. She was late.
So I was a very late starter. A lot of these kids out here have been riding since they've been a strider. I didn't even know how to ride bike.
She had a mailbox incident.
Yeah, I did have a mailbox incident.
Oh, jeez. All right, so what was that? I mean,
okay, so it was like first time without training wheels. I was pretty old. I was probably 6. And my dad let go, and I was like, I'm doing it. And there was...
Oh, no.
It was a cement mailbox, so that was a nice one.
Hopefully it wasn't too bad.
Yeah. But yeah, ever since then, I've just been trying my best to get up there.
Okay.
I guess mine's a little longer and weirder, I guess, than that.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Something I might say a lot is it was a different time.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we didn't have the internet. And we didn't have TV that you could watch anytime you wanted and just pull up YouTube and watch something. So just thinking about, you know, how I found BMX, you know, I started riding a bike really early, had a really heavy hand-me-down Schwinn bike. My great uncle just took the training wheels off and just sent me, and I was like 4 years old. So then I think they had to buy me a bigger bike, and my parents bought me, I think it was a 1978 Huffy, Thunder Trail, I think. And we're like putting it together in the driveway, and I dropped the fender, and it cracked.
Oh.
And so I was kind of in trouble, and so it wasn't like the best bike, but it's like I was gonna mess it up, you know. So I ended up buying a bike at a yard sale for $1.50. Okay.
Oh, wow.
And I didn't really know it at the time, but it was like a Schwinn Stingray style bike.
Okay.
Somebody had put in a plastic seat and like moto bars on it.
Mm-hmm.
So I spent another $1.99 on a gold can of spray paint and spray bombed like the whole thing, tires, seat, everything. Me and my friends just we didn't know what BMX was, but we just did power slides and we started making jumps.
Yep.
And then, like most kids, I guess my age, in 1982, ET,
okay.
It was like, and that was like our first exposure to like what BMX was. So then I think it probably took us to 83 or 84 to actually get bikes. There wasn't really anywhere to get a bike in town, and we didn't have a local track.
Okay.
So we started jumping and doing stuff on these better bikes. So then we found out that there was a track like an hour away in North Carolina. This was in Southern Virginia. And so we're all like begging our parents, can we race? Can we go this track, and they're just kind of like, no. So finally, somehow I talked my parents into taking us, and this is just blind, it's no Google directions and all this stuff. This is just driving to this town. And the only it's like legends. It's like, it's in a park. So we go to this town, Burlington, North Carolina, and it's like, there's a park and we drive around the park. And of course it's like, there's nothing here. There's no track. There is no track. There's no racing. We're like, no, it's supposed to be here. So we find a bike shop, and it's a Schwinn shop. They have bikes, but they're not riders, which, So we see another bike shop across the street, and it is a real shop. Okay. They've got real bikes, and somehow somebody there like took us to the track. We followed them, and we took us to the track, and we got to see the track. And one of the pictures I showed you is like the manual, like the rule book. And then there's a moto sheet, and this moto sheet, this is like pitiful. Like, they weren't running races and they had a fence around it. We just like reached through the fence and grab this moto sheet, and we're like, wow, this is what it looks like. They put their names on there. The names were like eroded. They were gone from the weather.
Yeah. But
we like literally my best friend, he put it up on his wall, and like it was a poster, because it was just like so special to us. So we get home, and it's like, yes, we found this place, and we got the rule book, and we got a map, and we got all this stuff. And it's like, we wanted to race, and it was like, no, you can't race. And this is a huge generation gap right here. It was like, well, you got to have a helmet. And we're not buying, a helmet. Everybody's parents was just like, that's just crazy. You can't have a helmet.
Who needs a helmet?
Now it's like, put a helmet on, kid.
Like armor, knee pads,
everything,
elbow pads.
Right on.
So we never raced. I even had a friend that when like the bike craze came through, and some parents, it was like almost a competition who can have the nicest bike. I had a good friend that him and his brother went to his parents, and they were like, we don't want nice bikes. We just want to race. We'll take the department store bikes. We just want to race. But back then, I didn't know anybody that raced. It wasn't until I was in college that I did my first race.
Okay.
And that was just, I had to do the whole thing over again. I had to drive to the town, go to the wrong park, because I couldn't remember. It was probably like 10 or 15 years later. And so I finally found the track. And then, same thing. This is like the 90s. So there's not really any internet. It's like, there's nobody there. I just found it, And like, so finally I ended up getting a phone number, and I called, like they had an answering machine, and I got some information off of that. And that's how we used to pre-register too. We had to leave a message on our answering machine.
Yeah.
And so in the 90s I did it some, and then stopped. And then I think it was 2007, I took her brother some. Her brother got into it a little bit, and
he was a soccer kid.
Yeah, soccer was his thing, so he just kind of stuck with soccer.
Well, we won't hold that.
Funny story, we got that red line. We couldn't miss soccer, so it's like we got up like crazy early and drove out of town to buy that bike, and then like bought the bike and came back so we could still make the soccer game and then go to the BMX race later that night. I didn't want him to miss anything. So.
Wow.
So we got back into it here in Idaho. We bought some marketplace bikes, and cheap way to start, and just got more and more into it every year. So that's my long answer.
All right. So Burlington was your first track, you said?
Yeah, Burlington, North Carolina.
Okay. And Keegan, what was your first track that you raced at?
It was probably Eagle, which is
Eagle?
right across from us.
Oh, you guys are that close, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can ride our bikes.
We
there.
ride our bikes over there.
If we wanted to.
Wow.
Oh man,
Never been that close.
that would
to a
be
track.
nice, wouldn't it?
Oh, jeez, dude. That's awesome. So one thing for you, Matthew, after the show's done, I want to introduce you to somebody, if you can hang out for a few minutes. It was in the movie E.T. So
Oh, no way.
yes,
Yeah.
he's a friend of Keegan. You obviously you too. He's a friend of ours. His name's Robert Cardoza. He was one of the BMX riders. He wore the headset, the red headset
wow.
in ET, and he's been on the show. He was recently on another podcast, BM Experts, here this week. But yeah, he comes in and hangs out and chit chats with us on Wednesdays after the show's done. So I'd love to introduce you after the show's done. Rob's a good guy. He's got some cool ET stories.
Yep.
And I'll beat him up on a bro deal and get you like an autograph or something. All right.
Man, I wish I'd sent you the picture, but one of the years for a Halloween race, I've got an old Kuwahara that I made a ET in a basket, rode it around.
Sweet.
Yeah, so I'll have to send you that one later.
Yeah,
Sure. No, he.
I sent you the grandma one.
yeah.
We always do something crazy for Halloween.
And those are those will shuffle through. If there's one you want me to pause on, I can switch screens and
Okay.
shuffle through real quick and pull them up.
Yeah.
It's awesome. So primarily, you did it when you were in college. Keegan, right now you're doing it. What levels? What level and what levels do you guys race at and are racing at right now? Are you primarily local, states, nationals? Where do you guys race at?
We hardly ever miss a local. We're missing one right now.
We're missing one right now, just for you guys.
Oh, well, thank you.
Well, thank you.
We hardly ever miss a local, but we're going up to state this weekend.
State championship.
And then next weekend, is that state or
It's
Gold
Gold
Cup?
Cup.
Gold Cup.
Okay.
So this weekend, we're going up to state, and then next weekend, we're going up to Gold Cup. We do as many of those as we can, really.
Okay.
Yeah.
We just aim for whatever's close and doable, I guess.
What's your favorite, Keegan? The states, Gold Cups, or locals?
I think Gold Cups.
You like the Gold Cups?
Honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great.
How about you, Matthew? Which one do you like racing?
Oh gosh, I like them all. I don't like to
Yeah.
miss them. It was tough for us for this. A lot of people pick state or Gold Cup. It's in northern Idaho, so it's like 6.5 hours away.
Okay.
And then the Gold Cup is the next weekend in Spokane, Washington. So it's like, some people, I know somebody that's just staying there all week and then just going to the other one because they're close together, but a week apart.
Right.
So that was tough, but we didn't want to miss them. So, and
Oh wow.
so.
So
Yeah,
your
we'll
Gold Cup.
run, come home for like 4 days, and then go right back.
Right.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. So you guys your Gold Cup final is in Spokane, Washington.
Yeah, it's the Northwest.
Okay.
Northwest,
All right. Yeah, that's a haul. Holy smokes.
Yeah. Even the Idaho one is just because of the roads and just all the way up in northern Idaho. And,
Okay.
Keegan got her first win there last year.
Yeah, I love that track.
And,
That's one of my favorite tracks.
So she's novice. She's only got 4 more to move up to intermediate.
Well, good luck and congratulations.
Yes, that's awesome. Yeah. Yeah. When you win at a track, it instantly becomes your favorite one.
Yeah, that was my first ever win. I felt awesome after that.
Yep.
It's a tough track too.
Is it?
Yeah, everybody hates it. I love it.
There you go.
Yeah.
What's for you guys in Idaho? What's your racing season look like? Is it 4 months, 6 months, 8 months? How long do you guys have?
And that's why we try to hit as many as we can. Like October, it's over. And like on the East Coast, I think the cutoff's like December 15th or something through USA BMX. And we had an indoor this year. The year before last, there wasn't an indoor. Indoor's just it's just hard with rent and everything, prices going up.
Oh yeah.
So we were lucky to have an indoor. And the year we didn't have indoor, that's why we ended up going to Vegas for the national, for the indoor. We wanted to just keep pedaling. We wanted to keep doing some races instead of just having this long winter of not riding.
What year was that? Was that the 2020?
It was the last year they had it.
Yeah.
It was 23. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was there. Yeah.
Awesome.
You were there?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Wow, we love the idea of, you don't even have to drive or load up. We just go in the hotel and then go to the.
Oh yeah, that was awesome.
That was just so
Aren't they
cool.
not doing that anymore?
not at that hotel.
Not at that one. They did go. They're back there
No,
this
but
year,
they're
right?
moving to a different
I think
hotel.
so. Just not at that hotel. That hotel was awesome though.
It
With the
was.
horse stables, putting your bikes in there.
Yep.
Going back to you asking about
yeah.
ability levels, I've got something interesting. I've actually been intermediate since 1899. I think I've got a picture that goes with that.
Is it this? Is it the one with the out of class picture?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hang on.
So
I
raced with my stepson James in 2007. But I just rode cruiser.
Mm-hmm.
But then in 2013, a friend of mine, Rob Morris, got me to go racing, and this was the first one with USA BMX. You know, we had done NBL and ABA,
Mm-hmm.
and he was like, "I'm signing up for novice," and I was like, "Man, I did when I did it back in the '90s. I went up to intermediate, and I did one race as an intermediate." And he was like, "Was that ABA or NBL?" I was like, "Man, I don't even know. I can't remember." And he was like, "Come on, just do novice with me." And I'm like, "Oh, okay. I guess it is a new organization, and it has been like a really long time."
Right.
So then, even though it's USA BMX, I get a letter from ABA saying I was out of class, and according to their records, I turned intermediate in 1899.
Oh, 1899.
So yeah, there's a close up pic of that too.
Is there? Okay, I'll get it. Is it?
So-
Oh, here it is.
Yeah, I've been intermediate a long time. I've only got 5 wins,
Oh, there we go.
so 15 more. It'll probably take me about another 100 years. Maybe I go up to expert.
Yep. Yeah, that's where I'm at. Trying to get to expert.
Don't. The license says it. It's You just get chewed up in there. It's not. It's a tough run.
Yeah.
How many nights a week are you guys averaging racing?
3. Yeah,
Good for you guys.
Wow.
3. And one of our tracks, Caldwell BMX, they do
Mhm.
this really cool thing on Tuesday nights. Tuesday nights used to be just a practice,
Mhm.
but they've changed it to total points Tuesday, and so
like-
it's everybody makes the main. They don't have
Mhm.
any disqualifications, so which I think that's awesome. So I always ride both bikes on that night, so I can make the main on both bikes because you don't ever know who's going to be in your class. And I think it's really cool. It kind of encourages people to come out, during the week and not the weekend. And also for the younger kids that, probably don't get to make a main because they're just starting out. So.
True.
Do the other tracks, your other local tracks, like on single point races, are they still running? Do they run transfers?
Yeah,
They do.
we're doing
Okay.
transfers
Okay.
on
Yep.
Friday nights at Caldwell, and then
Mhm.
we're doing Saturdays at Eagle.
Okay.
They do the transfers.
I like that. Total points. Total points. Nice racing. All right.
Yeah, that is cool. I like that.
Very cool. Very cool.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Chris.
No, so your home track is Eagle.
Yeah, Eagle Park BMX. It's a huge bike park. Has mountain bike trails, skills park, skate park.
Oh,
It's a huge bike oriented park, and the BMX track is just one part of it. It's
Yeah.
super nice and all free. That's one of the reasons why we moved out west is things like that. We didn't have those kind of places in the town we lived in Southern Virginia, and there's all kinds of awesome things to do out here and out of here. So we love it.
nice.
Is
Like
this? I think I might have found it. Is this it right here? Eagle.
That's
Bike?
it, man.
So you've got. I'm going to go full screen on this for those watching. They can see this real
Yeah.
quick. And I'll pop back.
Podcast people aren't going to see this,
Nope.
but
Nope,
we're
go
showing
watch-
a
go
map
watch the video.
of
So
the
you've
track.
got a dirt park in there. You've got a skill
dirt
section,
jump.
and they've got a BMX track in here, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
What the dude?
They've got a lot there.
What's your favorite part, Keegan, of there besides the BMX track?
I think I like the dirt pump track.
I
It's
gotta
really
find. Let me. I'm
Oh,
gonna.
it's a
While
dirt
you guys are
pump
talking
track.
about that, I'm
That's
gonna
cool.
pull up some pictures of that so people can see some pictures. When did they build this?
I think they opened it in 2012. So
Yeah,
before
that
we
sounds
got
right.
here, it was already up and running and awesome when we
Yeah.
got here. And they just like both tracks, they're constantly making improvements. Like
Mhm.
our other
Yeah.
local track, Caldwell BMX, they just make it bigger year after year. And they're getting they had a national in 23, and they're getting a national again in 25. So,
Oh,
so
We
both
just-
both tracks are equally awesome.
Yeah, we just got a barrel gate at Eagle, and we got a barrel gate not too terribly long ago at Caldwell as well.
Nice.
sweet.
I'm just scrolling through some of the pictures here. It just looks like a lot of mountain biking stuff and the dirt jumping. Like, wow, you guys, that's you guys are very fortunate.
Yeah, you guys got it going
Yeah,
on.
yeah, that's right across the street.
That is? Oh, they're right, because you said Eagle Bike Track. The bike, yeah.
All right. So, did you move there because of this bike park, or did they just happen?
We moved to the area because of the parks and the tracks, and we've got, there's places to go snowboarding. I mean, it's just, off-road dirt bikes. It's just, it's just everything we like to do is all in one place. But we got lucky with living and getting a house in Eagle and being so close to the track. But even then, we have just everything right here at our fingertips, just all kinds of fun things to do.
That is so cool.
So you got all the tracks by you. Which one, we're going to put you on the spot, which one's your favorite? We'll start with Keegan.
I think Caldwell.
Ooh, not the one across the street.
Yeah.
They're going to revoke your season pass.
No, that's where she got the win.
Yeah, that's true. There you go. How about you, Matthew?
Man, you know what? I like them both, and I think it's great for our riders. Eagle is more of a downhill track, so it's kind of gravity helps it and has dirt berms. I feel like it's higher speed, bigger jumps. Caldwell is flatter, so you got a pedal, and it's got asphalt berms. And I think having two different tracks helps our riders, learn and grow. And when they go out of town, they've got skills that they learn from both tracks. So I can't pick. I like them both. I mean,
it's got such variety.
Yeah.
Nice.
Now, how far apart are they?
With traffic, maybe 30 minutes.
Yeah, 30 minutes to Caldwell.
Yeah.
Like 2 to Eagle.
Okay. Jeez, that's not terrible at all.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh no, it's not bad. No excuse that we can't make it.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Especially the Eagle races.
Yeah.
Unless we're on, a live show.
Yeah.
There you go.
Right.
We appreciate it.
Yeah, we do appreciate you guys hanging out with us.
Yeah. So Matt, you've been in the sport. Matthew, you've been in the sport for a little while. I would like to ask this question. It sounds a little bit like myself. You were in it, out of it, in it. And what's one of the things you've saw in your time in and out of BMX? Now that you're back in it, you're doing it. You've seen like that advancement, whether it's carbon or disc brakes, clips, whatever. What's one of the advancements in BMX that you've seen come in that has really made an impact, in your opinion, really made an impact for the sport? And it might not be a bike part either. It could be something totally different. Yeah.
Gosh, man, so much has changed. I mean, from threadless headset, I think that's one that kind of gets overlooked now because everybody's had it. But man, we used to bang those bars, straighten them out. I mean, the weight, So everybody has a threadless headset now. She probably doesn't even know what a wedge cap stem is. I think that was a big one that gets overlooked.
Yeah, well,
so I guess mine are kind of old school, and almost every bike has 3-piece cranks, but man, back in the day, we all had 1-piece cast cranks.
Yep,
that's true.
And we would bend them like instantly, and then pedal like this, and then what we would do is, we would find somebody that jumps the other direction, like left foot forward instead of right foot forward, to like bend them back,
straighten them back out.
Which was great until they broke.
Yeah.
And then it was like, 3-piece cranks cost almost as much as a bike back then.
Yeah.
And it was like, now they seem like, believe it or not, the price has dropped on them and they're not as bad to get. So I would say those two. I can't say clips because I don't run them. I'm flats, and the other night racing, I didn't even plan to do it. It just happened. I put my foot down in a corner and passed somebody, and they were like, "Whoa!" And I'm like, "Man, that's not even a choice. It's just instinct." And like, if I was clipped in, I don't know what would happen. I don't know how I'd right myself on when I get sketchy on jumps. But for other people, I guess clips would be a major change in addition.
I'm with you.
You make you faster.
The flats are the way to go. That's my
stuff.
I don't do that clip stuff.
Keegan, you've been. You said you pretty much picked the race up at 10. You're 10, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And how many years have you been racing now?
About 5.
5. Okay. In 5 years, what's something you've seen come in the sport, and it could be pro or something. What's something in your 5 years of racing you've seen come in? And you're like, wow, that's pretty cool.
I don't know.
It's all right.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know if this counts, but I think being on a team.
That's a great point. Yeah.
I don't know. It just makes me feel more confident in my riding and having those people to back you up.
Yeah.
People
Support.
to back up the sport, the community. It just really helps no matter what level you are.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
That's a great
true.
answer. Yeah.
Yeah. And then you have that little group or, you know, people you can hang out with at the bigger races and that type of thing. It's all fun.
And we're going to get into the bike and the company here in a minute, but is there teams you ride for or you've rode for?
Yeah, I raced for 208 Rift.
208 who?
Rift.
Rift, like the Rift tangent? Okay.
Yep.
208 is our area code, and then Rift.
Okay.
Tangent. So that's our main sponsor.
Okay.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
Nice.
All right, I'm trying to. Sweet.
So
All right.
Do
So
you
both
ride a Rift?
I don't, but I want to. I'm riding in Crenshaw right now.
Okay.
She was on a chase before the Crenshaw.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know, and I guess it'd be a good time to say, I mean, our frames are good, but I mean, we're not bike snobs. I've got a standard that I love, an OS20 chromoly standard.
Okay.
I mean, and I love it, you know, but when it came to make frames, I didn't want to make something like that because that's more like what I like and not what other people like.
Yeah.
You know, and Keegan might end up on a Rift, you know, she's riding the Crenshaw right now. You know, I mean, it's
great bikes, by the way.
You know, you hear those guys are like, you know, you gotta ride our bike to win. If you want to get serious, you just let me know. I'll sell you one, you know. We're not like that at all. I mean, it's like, here it is. It's a good deal. It works. You know, if you want one, buy it, you know. It's not one bike to win for sure.
Yeah.
Nice. Do you guys have like your favorite pros that you like watching? We start with Matthew. Who's your favorite pro to watch?
Oh gosh, man, that's, you know, when I think of pros, I think of old school pros. You know, and here's the other thing. Like I was saying earlier, like we just saw them in the magazines. They weren't moving,
right?
Nope.
You know? And I think we always picked the guy that had like the guys that looked the strongest, like Pistol Pete and like Tommy Brackett and like all these muscle guys. You know, and so I mean, I guess. That's hard. It's a hard question. We were pulling for Elise in the in the Olympics, of course.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
And you know, it's like I just know how she felt. You know, sometimes it's like that's racing. You know, stuff happens. You know, I mean, like, you know, I mean, but we wanted her to win bad.
Yeah, I was cheering for her.
Sure. Yeah.
Is that your favorite racer, Keegan?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah. So we got some old school and new present day. That's cool.
I'm going to take a second here. Lots of people watching. You guys that are commenting, those come into us. So if you've got a question for Matthew or Keegan, please throw them in there. We're going to check in and out, man. We really appreciate it. Cody Thurman says it's always a joy watching you guys race. Adam Orovitz, he just wanted to let us know there is no straight way to northern Idaho.
That's true.
That's
why it takes like 6.5 hours.
Nick Wright, he said he really digs the total point concept once a week. Beer Budget BMX is in. Thank you guys. They're kind of razzing Cardoza. He's in a group chat with us, so we all pretty much just talk trash in our group chat. But Cardoza's in there, and
Robert.
Yep. Huck, man, thanks. If you guys aren't following, Huck Karinsky, he's the guy that rides for Huffy man, he's a beast mode, man. He's going to be where's he? Huck, if you're still watching, let us know where you're going to be this weekend. He's competing in a regional somewhere.
Yeah, he's
doing the freestyle thing.
Freestyle stuff for Huffy.
He said, "Shout out to you guys and everyone watching. We appreciate it." Francis Smith says, "Hey to you guys." Our friend Stuart Kelly over in Australia says, "Good day, mates."
Hey.
We had side hack racing on the weekend down under. Check out the video you just posted in the comments. Hashtag stay pickled. Appreciate you tuning in. It's pretty cool when you're watching and
he's watching tomorrow.
Right. There's that part.
Future.
Yeah. Cody Thurman says Crenshaw BMX is the best swag.
There we go.
Jim Bosco joined in. Just wanted to let everyone know Bill Ryan for Hall of Fame. Thank you. Mike Miller, Ukaipa's superstar announcer. He checked in and said his gift pack shipped. So a lot of them did. We emptied out, like, we were so far behind. And we want to thank
Melissa made a trip last week to the post office. And
we filled up her F-150 and dropped off gift packs there. They were not happy at the post office.
No?
No. They were not. They just looked and shook their heads. Brian Fell from Mega Designs joining. He says, "Hey, guys, can't wait to hear the story on Crenshaw." Rick Carter from Beer Budget BMX.
Carter.
Giving shout-outs.
Son?
He said Crenshaw in Compton. I don't. That's just Rick. I'm sure you've watched a couple of his shows, Matthew. Let's see here. Our other friend from Australia tuning in, Matthew Boshin. He says, trying to tune in between work commitments. Thanks for the commitment to trying to tune in between the work commitments. We appreciate it. And my buddy Ken Keller. He's committed. Robert Cardoza, he says, hey, here, hanging out, watching. He already had a compliment from Melissa, but she's not here on her hair.
Well, how can he do that if she's not here?
He just had one in the chamber ready for her.
Oh.
And my friend Ken Kellogg tuning in. Kenny, thanks for joining us. You guys got comments, questions, get them in there. We will get them read for you. Thank you to BMX Rocks. We'll do another check-in here in a few. So thank you guys.
Yeah. And everybody in there, make sure you like and subscribe wherever you're watching.
Mm-hmm.
Those little thumbs up real quick helps us out.
Yep.
It really, it sounds like a line, but it's true. So please do that. It does help the show. Rory
Collins says, "Go Keegan." I think it's Chloe. I ain't gonna try that last name. Chloe
says.
Chloe says, "Trina Boggs Payne. Where are my options? What are my options?"
What?
I don't even. Do you guys know who that is?
Yeah, it's a good friend of ours.
Okay,
it's a good friend of ours.
Can you take
Trina's my wife?
Okay, she likes.
So,
all right.
I wonder if she was texting on the wrong thing or something on that.
What are my options? Well, dinner might be pizza or spaghetti. I don't know. Let's
McDonald's.
Don't get that.
Potatoes.
Oh my God.
French fries.
There it all comes back
from Idaho.
So you before we jumped in and did that, you were talking. You've got yourself a standard. You're a big fan of like all BMX. Has there been a frame through your time of riding, Matthew, that it's like your staple, man? Like that's one of the ones you like. It's one of your favorites to ride.
Going back, like looking at pictures and stuff, the bike I ended up riding was all the parts that didn't break.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a Torker frame. So I've always kind of liked Torker twin top tube frame.
Oh, yeah.
And it had like a Haro fork, GT stem, Haro bars. Like it was all these parts that from all these bikes that didn't break. So that was definitely my favorite bike. And so I guess back then I was a freestyler, but I really did it all. Like dirt jump. I didn't race because they wouldn't take us, but it's like, we dirt jump, flatland, street came in, we did street. So I guess Torker was probably the brand that I liked the most.
Yeah, we just kind of back in the day, we just rode BMX and had a bike.
Yeah. A bike. That's what I was going to say. Yeah. Yeah. And Torker's just come back. Bill Ryan from Supercross just brought back the Torker brand a few months ago.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think they sold out like right away.
Yeah,
they were sharp looking.
He said somewhere like he's got more coming. So hang in there. You're looking for one.
Keegan, aside from the Crenshaw, You got a favorite bike you've rode or ride?
Okay. I was on my Chase and I really liked that, but
Mhm.
honestly, my first bike I really fell in love with was my Intense.
Ooh,
I
those
love
were
my
solid.
Intense.
There's a picture of that, Justin. I
Okay.
sent you a picture of the marketplace ad where we got the Intense.
Yeah, I love that thing.
Those
I
bikes were,
still won't let go of it.
It's retired, but we're not gonna ever get rid of it.
yeah. Well, which color did you have?
I had silver. It was silver, white, and black, but I added some yellow onto it just throughout the parts. Yellow and gold.
Yeah.
Yeah, they should be.
Yeah, that's what it looked like.
So I scored that off a marketplace for super cheap,
Yeah, real
Yeah.
cheap.
and like we're going over to the track,
Yeah.
and I have another bike too, and like hadn't even got it on the track, and she's like, "Dad, can I have this bike?" And I was like, "Yeah, you just got to ride it." And so like I didn't even get to ride it on the track, and I was like, "If you're gonna ride it, it's yours." And
Yeah.
she spent a couple seasons on that, and I guess that's kind of the key to if somebody getting into the sport is finding a good deal on a bike like that.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
Marketplace, Craigslist.
That's the
And-
hard part to explain to people that are new and just trying it out. You don't need to go get that super duper high end everything. Just get something to make sure, it's not going to fall apart, and that
Yeah.
you can get out on the track and see if you enjoy it. Don't
Mhm.
invest a ton of money in this stuff yet. Check it out and see if you really like it.
Is that what you paid?
Yeah.
That's a deal.
And the guy was honest too. Like I saw it and I knew it was going to sell quick. So I just sent him a PayPal deposit. And then when I went to pick it up after work, he's like, "Man, what is this bike? Everybody wants this thing." I had people even offer me more money. I was like, "Thank you so much for not selling it."
What's he got
somebody
it
else.
listed for?
125 for the complete.
Oh, geez.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think-
Yeah, it was a killer deal.
Yeah,
And
that's-
I raced the old Chromoly Redline Cruiser for 2 years. I got it off of there for like $80.
Mhm.
So it's like
Yeah.
we started out, cheap, and
yeah.
That's the way to do it.
Well,
yeah.
that's what I like the Mongoose has done. They bring
Yeah.
they've got a bike at a good DK2. They bring a
the
complete at a
entry level.
very good price point where it's not just all garbage, man. So you got a bike you can run a season or 2 seasons before you feel like you got to start swapping parts out or anything like that. Cody Thurman said, "Matt, let me borrow a Mongoose for nearly 2 years. First bike I ever raced." He says, "Thanks."
Last year we were on a mission. Like every cheap marketplace bike like that I bought,
Mm-hmm.
and some of them I like they're all over the place. I'm just like, we're gonna get more people in the sport,
There you go.
so we just like let people borrow them. Cody got another bike was it Father's Day? I think he got it for
Yeah.
Father's Day, and so I was like, yeah, let me get the Mongoose back, and the Mongoose parts are on the Crenshaw frame with the side hack right here. So like, and there's other people I've just like they get into it and they keep coming. I'm like, just keep it, man, just keep it, just keep coming
That's
out.
really
keep
nice.
racing.
Yeah. If you're going to use it, keep it.
A quick question for the your 208 Rift team. How many people are running on your team, Keegan?
Well, it's just a local
Active-
team.
where there's active people.
Yeah, and then there's like
Legacy
legacy riders.
Oh,
Right
okay.
now, it's me.
There's a lot of riders that go off to college and they want to race, and sometimes they race when they come back in town, that type of thing. She's counting.
I'd say about 8 that come
Mm-hmm.
most.
Okay.
It's just a local team. It's not
Yeah.
one that
That's funnest
is in
ones.
multiple
Yeah.
places, but 8 that are pretty consistent on coming out.
Mhm.
But there's a ton of people who have helped shape the team that just don't get out as much, mostly because they've gotten older, college, jobs, stuff like that.
Well,
Yeah,
you're
it
coming
happens.
up to that age where you're probably going to be looking at your
Yeah.
first job and then driving and so on. So you think BMX is going to stay there for you?
I'm gonna try my hardest.
There we go.
My dad has always been worried about that, and I keep telling him, no, it won't happen, no, it won't
Mhm.
happen. But the older I get, the more reality hits me. And I'd love to stay into it. I'm gonna try my best.
Mm-hmm.
Right now.
So it's Chris, myself, and probably your dad too. You've probably heard this. BMX is always there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I've never not met a BMXer where they haven't taken a break, so it's always there. Yeah, it's a good time.
Yeah, there's a very small handful that haven't.
I don't even. It's what, Eric Roop?
I was just
They
going to
don't
say
get back
Roop.
into it.
Yeah, Eric Roop
Back
probably.
into it, they bring their kids into it.
See,
Our one of our locals from fly racing, Ray Hudson, he's never stopped.
you're right. Ray has.
Oh
it.
yeah, Ray. Yeah.
My first national, we're in line, and gosh, he was like, "This is my 30-some, year national here in Salt Lake," and he's like, "How long has it been since you've done a national?" I was like, "This is my first one. I've never done a national before." So they are out there. Ray's one of them.
Yeah.
Never quit since the 90s.
Man, what's their presence like locally? Being that's their home area right there, fly racing.
It's good. We have riders in town that have like fly sponsorships with the gear, and
Nice.
so it's great having them here. I mean, and like I'll say I use that fly race helmet, man. I love that helmet. That is like best helmet. It's affordable. I can breathe in it. It's got those cutouts on the sides, and like that should have been one of my answers earlier for the game changer is getting that fly race helmet because like with the moto helmet's a little bit more weight, and the mouthpiece is like right up on me, and I just couldn't breathe. So us old guys need to breathe.
Right.
Max oxygen levels. Gotta get them.
Max oxygen intake.
I've tried other helmets, and I end up right back at fly helmets. I did cheat on them for one season with an Answer helmet, and I'm like, never again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And fly's always been good to. I don't know how else to say this. Good to BMX.
Sure.
They've always been there for the BMX people.
Yeah.
Plus they have the specific bike stuff, and all these other places. They kind of sorted you.
Well, let's jump into this Crenshaw BMX brand that you guys have. Let's start with how did this come about? The frames and the parts that you guys have, and the slideshow is gonna cycle through. For you guys listening on the podcast, go check out Crenshaw BMX on their Facebook. They've got a bunch of pictures of what we're going to be talking about. Make sure you guys go check that out. Your colors are awesome, FYI. The purple, amazing. So go check it out. That's a teaser for you guys listening. How did Crenshaw BMX come to fruition?
I guess I'll do this, huh? So last season, I got hurt. I got hurt pretty bad. I broke some bones in my hand, and that was the easy part. They got infected, and I kept going back saying, I know it hurts, but it hurts really, really bad, And finally, I went back, and I was just losing it, just crying and all to pieces. And I'd had a surgery where they put a screw and some pins in, and they had to just rip those pins out. And, even though I was in all that pain, and I had to go to surgery the next day to get the screw out, and they left an open wound for it to drain, and it just wouldn't get better. And I finally had to go get a PICC line put in my arm and get vials of antibiotics for 6 weeks. And so I was out of work for 3 months, and I was kind of my hand couldn't move it at all, swollen up. And even when I could start to move it again, I really thought I wouldn't ever be able to ride again. And I still I don't have all the use of my wrist or some of my fingers. Mm-hmm. So I had all this time, and I just started thinking about making a company. How could I ride but not ride?
Mm-hmm.
So I reached out to some manufacturers in China, and I got a relationship with this one guy in China, and I didn't reinvent the wheel. He already had a frame that he made, and I got him to make some changes to it, and sent me a prototype. And so I got prototype frame and kind of tested it out. I tried to get as many people to ride it as I could, to get feedback on it. And we tested it out at indoor and at the local tracks before race season started. Well, indoor was racing. And it was received well. People liked it that rode it. And I took a couple of things. I changed the dropouts on it. The dropouts that came on it were really, really short. So you had no chain adjustment at all. And it has both brake mounts on it instead of just one or the other. And
nice.
So I did that and got them to make me some more, and just kind of picked up a couple of parts. This company they make all kinds of things. They make track bike stuff and gravel bike stuff, and so got them to make a couple more products. So I'm just adding slow, and that's kind of how it started. I mean, I was trying to stay involved with the sport, and thank goodness I can ride and race now. I'm just don't know if I'll ever be as good as I mean, I wasn't good, but I don't know if I'll be back to where I was. That's what I would say.
Yeah.
So we started it on an injury, keep you involved in BMX. How was what part did was Keegan involved in the part of like this, the early on part of this?
Yeah, she test rode the bike.
Okay.
And just anything I do, I like run by her, because I'm the old guy. Hey, what are these kids like these days?
Right.
Yeah. So, like the name, any of the graphics, any, the logos, shirt, colors, that type of thing. So she definitely helps out on the social media and stuff. So.
Oh, that's cool. So it's something you guys do together.
Yeah.
All right. That's cool. And the frame was the first product, correct?
Yeah, frame. And, well, I think we might have got the T-shirts
Yeah, I think we got the shirts first.
Oh, shirts first.
T-shirt first, then frame. There was a point where it's like, we got frames, we got shirts. Which one you want?
Okay.
Now, where'd the name come from?
Yeah, well, I whenever I tell somebody this, I say, this isn't really something I'll tell everybody, but here I am telling everybody. I didn't want to name it after me, I didn't want it to be my bike. Kind of like I said earlier, that standard is kind of my style. I mean, I've been racing the Crenshaws, but I needed to make this for other people. And so I didn't want to call it pain, and I had a buddy back east, Tommy, that said, you should call it propane,
Propane.
And I could just hear the Hank Hill, propane.
That's exactly what I thought when you said that.
So I didn't want to name it after us. And this is touchy, man. Naming anything.
Yep.
If you're in a band, naming a band or naming a product, you could have this great name and this terrible product. Or, the other way around. You could have this, great product and this awful name that nobody wants anything to do with. So Crenshaw it's got a couple of different things. It was a nickname. I nicknamed somebody a long time ago, but the nickname got changed from mouth to mouth to Cornbread. And so this guy's nickname, it stuck as Cornbread, but me and this other guy was like, well, that wasn't really the nickname. The nickname was Crenshaw. So I always kind of feel robbed on that nickname.
Okay.
Keegan and I both, I'm like, what do you think about Crenshaw? So it's
He's
like,
always said that.
I'm like, well, that kind of sounds cool. And I even tossed it out to a couple other people and they're like, well, I think you need to put BMX behind it. I'm like, okay, yeah, Crenshaw BMX. There's also like in Virginia and North Carolina, like where we're from, there was a company called Crenshaw that made something we read about in school once, blockade runner ships that were like relied on stealth and speed, and I just thought that sounded cool and fast,
Sure.
So just I mean, it's like, I guess it's kind of like an artist, saying what inspired you, so it's a name that's not ours, and we like the way it sounded. So we're doing it, and maybe we can make it ours, make it our own. So.
Yeah. Yeah, that'll work.
What's your favorite color so far that you've had on the bikes, Keegan?
Mine.
She's got a pink one.
You
Yeah,
got is that what's on the screen? Yeah, we got the. Okay.
Yeah. So she's got the pink one right there.
Oh, nice.
That is cool.
That's nice. Yeah.
So is that custom, or can anybody get one of those in pink?
Oh yeah, anybody can get one of those. Yeah.
That is sharp.
I got the prototype in black, and just kind of figured, black matches all the parts, but we've had a lot of interest in some of the brighter colors. So
yeah,
got some new manufactured ones coming. They're supposed to ship out in October, so we're getting some more of the bright colors for this new batch.
One thing I do love is the matte colors. Any of the matte colors I love.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
I feel like you don't see matte that much in frames.
Yeah.
No, and if you do, it's usually black.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there's some other matte colors.
You've got
There's
a matte
nice
silver.
silver one. Isn't there a green one?
The purple is I would kind of call it a satin. I
Yeah.
guess more than a matte. It's got a little sheen to it, but not as flat as the silver and the black.
What was your timeline like from where you had the idea, you guys came up with this, you want to do it, to you had one in your hand?
Gosh, it was long because it was last summer that I was hurt and talking to this guy in China, and it took to December to actually get the prototype. They had to make it, and even when he sent me a picture of it without paint, I got excited, but gosh, I still didn't have my hands on it till maybe a month and a half after that. And then with the production bikes, there were things, I'm learning, we're a small underground company. We're learning as we go.
Sure.
When I had the serial numbers put on them, they had to be inspected by the ISO, the International Safety Organization, things I just didn't know about. So, so that was a delay. There were delays. I didn't get them till May. So I was kind of, planning it in that last summer, and it took to December to get the prototype, and then it took to May to get some production frames.
Wow.
So close to a year?
Yeah, close to it. It took a while. A lot. Just found out how much goes into it as we were doing it.
Right.
Yeah.
It's a couple comments that popped up here in the chat. Ken said that the bikes look fire. Melissa says she loves you guys. She's off, but she's watching, so we appreciate it.
She's keeping an eye on us from a distance.
She is. She can yell from upstairs if we get out of line. Bill Sharp chimed in. He said it's a great show. Appreciate you tuning in, Bill. I'll be talking to you here soon. These are like what we've been looking at in the pictures you guys are showing us in the background. Standard 20-inch frames, right? Like the 20-inch Pro racing.
Yeah, I do have I got a cruiser prototype now.
Ooh,
and
now we're talking.
When I get the new batch, I should have it. We're making one change to it. The seat tube height's a little high. We're gonna come down with the seat tube height on the cruiser prototype. But that's what I'm racing in cruiser, and I like it a lot. It's nice.
Yeah,
cool.
For you guys watching, they're outside doing the show, so they're dealing.
Yeah,
with
we're
nature.
swatting flies right now. So I don't have any food.
It's all good.
We talked about the colors, how you guys have the matte, you got the cool colors, and so the component parts. What do you offer for components right now under Crenshaw BMX?
Well, that's good. One of the things what we came up with is, it's like when we were coming up through BMX, we had a good friend that had a Redline MX-24, real popular beginner bike.
Yep.
Sure.
And she raced that, and then she got a Mabo frame to upgrade. And then she ran into nothing fits, the wheels didn't fit, because it had the closed dropouts, the fork didn't fit. She had to buy all these parts. It's like she had this new great frame, but it's nothing worked. We kind of ran into that too. So when we came up with the Crenshaw frame, I know the closed dropouts are cool, man. Chain adjusters built in, that's cool stuff. But I wanted to make something that somebody could upgrade like all their parts on.
Mm-hmm.
So, and not have to go out and buy a bunch of parts. So we've got the longer dropouts that come with chain adjusters.
Mm-hmm.
It comes with a headset that has the spacer for the straight tube fork, because it has a tapered head tube.
Okay.
Let's see. It comes with a seat post clamp, that has our logo on it. T-shirt, and which throw some stickers in there. So we kind of put it all together in like a package for one price.
Okay, so that's all in when you order the frame. You get all that with it.
Yeah, it's frame, headset with the spacer, chain adjusters, seat post clamp, T-shirt, stickers, all at one price, all for $400 right now.
So $400 gets you the frame, the headset, the seat post clamp, and the chain adjusters, correct? And a T-shirt.
Yes. Yep, that's it.
Sweet.
You guys got these for sale too?
Yeah, we got the stem for sale. It's not included, but we've got it, and a seat post for sale with the logo on there.
So you guys pretty like you got a lot of the components for the bike. It's nice.
Yeah.
Trying to add more. Trying to add more. See how they do.
Sure.
We got jerseys. We got, and right now there isn't a Crenshaw team. It's just me, so I got to pick the jerseys. I got the little old school look on the jerseys since there's not a team, so I picked that. But that could change in the future. So
we like the green and white. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, you got.
Yeah, I like that.
We're gonna talk after the show. I want to order 2 of those.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah. You ain't getting one, Chris, because you got your factory Supercross deal.
Yeah, right.
Guy shows up, wins a national at Waterford Oaks. He's got a factory deal.
No, I don't.
Nice.
Dude, they had to cut KJ Romero because of you.
Oh, that's what it was.
Your salary demands. We got the cruiser bike or the cruiser frame coming around. Do you have any plans for other parts?
Not. Well, I'm not sure. Like maybe some cranks. I don't know. Maybe possibility of cranks. Possibly OS 20 frame, because that's that's something I'd like to have. They're just, especially around here. They're not as popular. Most of the sales we've made have been local.
Have they? Okay.
When our website's coming out soon, should be a week or two, hopefully, and maybe I could sell, OS 20s better, if I had the web going.
Sure.
If somebody wants to order right now, what's the best way for them to order?
Right now would be Facebook or Instagram.
Okay.
Just contacting us on there.
Yeah, just search.
I had tried to get the website going before this, but I just ran into some snags. So
Matthew, I'm going to tell you this right now. I am 4.5 years into a snag on our website. Please do not go to it.
Yeah.
I used one of the the templates you can get. They're like, here's a template that you can use to start. Yeah. I didn't.
It was hard for me to get rid of some of the stuff in the template that I didn't want.
Yes, I agree with you.
I'm like, I don't want this. I just want it simple. Well, there's no simple, or you got to pay more for simple.
Yeah,
Right.
I didn't. I got help with it. I got the plug-in, so like when we go live, it goes live there, and then like all the other stuff, I think I just kind of stopped, and it's still out there. I totally feel you on that.
I think one of the pages is in Spanish or something.
It's not even. I totally feel it. But in the short amount of time, though, it sounds like you guys have done a heck of a lot of work, and you've brought a lot of products to the market. So kudos to you guys. And again, you said the best way is to get a hold of you on Facebook or Instagram if you want to order.
Yeah, just search Crenshaw BMX on Facebook.
BMX.
Yeah, and we'll have their links in the show notes. So if you guys are going to be listening on the podcast or you're watching on YouTube, just scroll down under the show, and the links will be there for Crenshaw.
Go ahead.
No.
On the frame, so do we have different sizes yet, or are we still?
Oh yeah, for sure. We've
question.
got 21 and a half, 21.75, 22, 22.75, and 23.
So you got quite a variety too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you get to the big ones. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I kind of think they kind of run, to me, they run on the small side. but I'm used to that standard OS 20.
Right.
So when I get on a 20, it feels kind of smaller. Keegan is riding a 1/4 inch up on hers. She normally runs 21 1/4, and she's riding the 21 1/2. What do you think? It feel bigger? Or?
I think it feels a little bit bigger, but in a good way.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
What's
I tend
the
to go bigger on the frames. So
what's the rear drop or the rear triangle at? Chainstay, sorry. What's that?
it's pretty short. I think that's kind of why it has that shorter feel. It's got a short rear end on it.
I like this already. I already
It's
like
sounding like this is something that's going to fit you good.
it. It is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Keegan had to leave and get a candle to
Little
help
citronella.
situation.
All
Keep
right.
short. So-
Understood.
And it works.
There we go.
It's actually
It's
working.
like I'm not swatting as much as I
Oh,
was.
No.
So, can we talk about the side hacks that you got with
yeah.
our friend Mike, man? Because
Yeah, Mike Melvin over at the Hack Shack.
these turned out awesome. They Mike and Rick sent me a picture of the first. They sent me a picture of the frame that you had him doing the side hack, and I was like, "What frames are them? Those are awesome." And then I saw the side hacks. So yeah, tell us about the idea for you having side hacks made.
Okay. So like something I've always wanted to do. When her brother was younger, I wanted to build one, and I think I even like had some junk bikes, and I was like, I'm gonna take this fork and my welder and all this stuff. It just didn't ever happen. And Mike, I'd messaged him a couple of times with some older frames, like the Mongoose title frame. I'm like, how about this frame? And I'm like, send him a picture of the rear dropout. And he was just like, no, that's not going to work, And then I'm like, what about this one? And he's like, I need the dropout to be flat because it has to be a plate that goes on there. So that's the way our frame is. And with the head tube the way it is, the way the top tubes are merged, he said, wow, this looks strong. This looks burly. I think this is going to work out good. So I had some of our 22s. I sent him one of our 22s, and I was like, can you make me 2? And then I had a friend was like, I want one too, and I'll buy one of your frames. I was like, okay, make that 3. So we got 3 made. And then Mike ended up keeping a frame. We did some trading, and I've just been wanting to do it forever. Like, it's just something I'd seen, but I'd never done.
Oh, there we go.
Believe it or not, I know. All right, I'm gonna go way back again. All right, there was an episode of People's Court.
Yeah.
And I can't even remember if they showed the side hack, but 2 kids got in trouble like damaging something, and they were in a side hack. And I'm like,
Really?
this is back when we were starved for anything BMX, anything. And I remember like flipping channels and like, oh my gosh, they're talking about something BMX, and watching this People's Court episode. And they were talking about a side hack. And then I was like, what? I was trying to piece together what it is, And then, it's kind of, it kind of made a reinsurgent back in, I guess, the 10s, 10, 11, 12, maybe. With that impact one they had at Walmart.
Yeah.
And
who was behind that? The kid from MTV.
Yeah.
Rob Beardick.
Skate
Yeah.
guy.
Yep. Yeah, I remember those.
Yeah.
And I couldn't ever get one of my hands on those. And it's like, and I kept saying, I want to do this. And so I sent Mike one, and he was awesome. He got it sent with some teams to Utah. I took a day off work and went down to Salt Lake to pick it up. And man, we've had a blast with it on the track. I mean, it's fun, it's new, and it's kind of freaky. It's kind of like the circus or something, but man, it's like it's been a hoot for sure.
I find probably odd with it is when you go into a corner, you can't lean the bike.
Yeah,
that's
got
to take some getting used to.
Oh yeah, for sure. For sure.
Now, question, Keegan, do you guys ride together on the side hacks?
I did it once, and it was the scariest experience of my life.
I think it's because you don't trust me. She doesn't trust me.
you. I was riding in the parking lot trying to like manual it and stuff, and then was like, "Okay, get on." And I was like,
I do notice when I give people a ride. I mean, the speed is slower than a regular bike.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's kind of like if you've ever been on a moped, you guys know what a moped is, right?
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like a scooter. And you do 30, 35 on a moped,
Yes.
you're flying because it's about to rattle apart. So the side hack, like when you're in the side of it, if you're not in control, it's twice as fast because you're not controlling, the bike.
That's true.
And everybody I've given a ride in it, when we first start going, they're all like, oh, whoa, oh, this is awesome. But it gets them for a second. They kind of get a little, some of the good fear, from the speed. And definitely whoever's in the monkey makes a big difference. People that don't pump and don't lean, it's really hard to ride. I mean, it's like, that's definitely the key to getting that thing around the track is having your monkey.
For people that don't around. People that don't know, the monkey is what the name is in side hack for the person riding next to the person pedaling.
Yeah, that's the monkey.
Yeah.
Keegan was a scared monkey.
Oh, I bet.
Now, have you rode it with one of your friends, Keegan? Not Dan. No?
Just parking lot.
Yeah,
just parking lot.
Okay.
They got to go through parking lot training.
Yeah, parking lot training.
I don't want anybody to flip it. I don't want anybody to get hurt on it. Actually, my friend Craig, we were going through the rhythm and he dropped his foot in the rhythm section on it. And he says that wasn't the worst part. And then he wrecked later on and finished his ankle off.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
But he is going to be able to go to state. So he had clip shoes on and was sliding around on the grate. I think that had something to do with it.
Oh yeah, so that could be part of it. Now there you go. There's a whole nother clip shoes for the monkey.
Oh man, I think that'd be awful.
I think so too.
Idea.
I really don't recommend that.
We just dropped your link in the chat, so
okay, cool.
And again, we'll have it in the show notes. But there's a couple questions that come through, a couple comments here. Bill Big Rig Davis, he wants to ask, are they aluminum frames?
Yes, they're alloy frames.
Okay.
60, 61, T6.
Okay.
Perfect.
And then we had a few people pop in here. Trina Payne said it's fly season in Idaho.
That's the wife.
Yeah.
Which we should give a special thanks to Trina Payne, the wife. She makes everything happen.
Yeah.
Race wise, the planning, the snacks, the hotels, the Airbnbs whenever we travel, behind the scenes, but we wouldn't be doing any of this if it wasn't for her.
If it was just us, we'd probably just be everywhere, sleeping in the car and stopping at McDonald's every time.
Yeah.
I'd probably be spreading peanut butter sandwiches with a tire iron like I have in motocross.
Like we've done.
There you go. All right.
Oh my gosh.
I got Kenny. I'll send you their link. Kenny commented he wants one.
All right.
Yeah, Jeremy Crow. We definitely need them at Richfield for sure. We need the side hacks out there. Cody Thurman said Savannah says she's in the market for a cruiser.
Okay.
Right. Links in the chat.
Yeah. Crenshaw. Go Facebook. Crenshaw BMX. Just search it, and they'll get you there, and you'll get hooked up.
Sean Gifford wants to know if they come with a bandana. I don't know. No,
we don't have a bandana. We might need to look into that.
Sean's your guy.
Yeah, Sean's the dude.
I think literally he put that in there for that segue.
Yeah, he did.
Sean, make up a couple mock versions for him. Let him check them out. I see you got a new orange jersey here. That's sight.
Yeah, we sold out of the XL, so I got some more XLs, and I just wanted to do a different color.
I like that. That's
there
amazing.
You go. Yeah, Sean does jerseys too, by the way.
He's got a jersey guy.
Oh, that's true.
Plans. You were talking about the expanding, maybe going into OS 20. You said possibly cranks. You're gonna keep it just on the hard goods sides with some of the jerseys and T-shirts. You're looking into elsewhere in the BMX realm.
Gosh, we don't know. We don't know where that'll go.
Perfect.
I mean, just depends on how things go. The better we do, the more we can expand. So we're just gonna ride that wave, see what happens.
One step at a time.
Yeah,
man,
that's cool.
Like Kenny's volunteering to be my monkey. Perfect. Kenny's the guy that got me into BMX back in high school.
Oh, okay, Kenny. Okay,
Yeah, we used to work together.
Yep.
George Vick just tuned in. George, make sure you take a second. Check out Crenshaw BMX. George is the video guy for USA BMX.
Tell Gork to go check out the side hacks.
Yeah. Hey, so a couple things here. I got to ask, Dad.
Okay.
Club Homeboy. Let's talk about it.
Yeah. What about it?
Club
Homeboy.
Club
Were you in
Homeboy.
it? Were you in it?
I was not in it, man. I saw those pictures come through, and I'm like, God damn it.
What is Club Homeboy? I don't know what that is.
Man, Club Homeboy was in the late 80s. It was a club by Spike Jones. And you get sent off to get a membership card and a T-shirt, and they send you like a zine. And it was kind of a freestyle thing for a while. And I mean, it was, we were all about it. We were hungry for anything BMX or freestyle. That's my official proof of homage. And I love the last part. Homage. It says something about you can't use it with prefabricated documents pertaining to cheese.
That's right. Keep this card in your wallet at all times. It entitles you to Club Homeboy membership benefits. Do not use when accompanied by prefabricated documents relating to cheese.
What?
Yeah. And I had that mug in my wallet for a very long time, too.
Way to go.
Oh, you go back to that next.
Yeah.
So I can kind of, in a nutshell, I can tell you who I am. You know how there's always that one guy at the track or at a national in jeans?
Yeah.
That's me. I'm that guy.
You know what stood out to me in this picture? It wasn't the like haircut we all had at that time that you have. It was that chain wallet.
And I had that chain wallet too a couple years ago, and this is a generation gap too. Like I took Keegan to a rock show, here in Boise, downtown Boise, and like I have my chain wallet, and like they're patting us down, security check and stuff, and they're like, "You can't have that."
They made him throw it away.
Oh, I'm like, what do you mean? What do you mean? They're like, "You can't have that." I'm like, what am I gonna do with this? This like 6-inch piece of chain, They're like, you can't. You're gonna have to go back to your car. We parked like crazy far away. The line was huge. It might have even been slightly snowing. So I'd like bend it and take it off my wallet and like throw it away.
Oh, so
gosh.
Question.
And I had chain wallets since those days.
So
now I got no chain wallet and a bad story.
But you still have the wallet, right?
Yeah, I still got the wallet.
Here's your fix. Take a bike chain that broke. Now you got a new bike chain wallet.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
That's a great idea.
Yeah.
Something you can't see.
What do you got?
Yeah.
Oh, Chris, you got your bracelet you made.
Do something like that.
Yeah.
Just nobody can see that, but yeah.
Chris has a bracelet, a chain wallet, or not a chain wallet, a bike chain bracelet.
Yeah.
Hey, George just said word on the street is Spike is coming to the Hall of Fame.
Oh wow!
Sweet.
Big news, breaking news right there. Brought to you by Getaware. Kurt Bliss, hey, what's going on, man? Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate it. They probably just got wrapped up at Richfield racing tonight. They did.
Probably. Yeah,
they did some total point racing out there. That's one of our tracks here in Michigan, guys.
Yeah, probably.
Got a few minutes here before we close out, and I want to make sure we button everything up first. Before we do that, you gonna tell them who's gonna be on next week, buddy?
Okay.
Next
week.
Here we go.
We have Zach from Wrenchman Wheel Builders is going to be on next week. Justin will be talking to him on Melissa. I will be off next week. I'm going to be on vacation. But so you get talk to him about making some fancy wheels. Bird spokes, I'm sure, will be part of the topic.
Man, dude, he showed me those down at the Marysville National, Matthew, and my brain's still trying to wrap around how that whole process,
how they hold together.
Man, like what a wild concept for that right there. But he built your wheels too, right?
Yes, yeah.
Yep.
He built mine.
I just had him built up my Cruiser and 20-inch wheels from my Gatenine rims. So excited to hear his story, like we heard you guys. So that'd be Zachary, Gavin.
Yeah, you guys learn all about wheels next week.
Yeah.
And he can make anything you want. He can get a hold of it. You want profile, onyx, whatever it be. He can get it all.
There's only one hub.
One hub
that you need to buy ever. One.
Oh, well.
Profile. You're welcome. We're done.
Profiles are good,
debate's
man.
over. There's no reason.
You cannot argue Profile's a good hub.
It's not in the story there. Matthew, what's your favorite hub?
Oh man, I love the sound of the profiles.
Yeah.
I've got, hubs. You asked earlier, and I didn't say it, but hubs are something that we were thinking about doing.
Mm-hmm.
There's hubs on the prototype bike that I've been trying out.
Mm-hmm.
On my other bike, on my cruiser and my OS20, I've got those TNT hubs. I like them a lot. You don't see them a lot.
Yeah.
So they're,
Well,
I've never had the quads, Croupy quads, but they look and sound great.
The TNT, are they the
GT?
Are they the Derringers or 6-shooters or something? Is that what those are?
The Derringers, I think, were their old school ones.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Damon runs those. He likes them.
Yeah. What's Keegan run for hubs?
She's got GT. She's got some GT on her cruiser and her class bike right now.
Solid.
Those are good too, man. Can't go wrong.
Yeah.
What?
We all can't build our dream bike, Chris, like you can.
Well,
hey, just a reminder this weekend at Richfield Park, Top Grom.
Is that this weekend?
Money opens for the kids.
That'll be fun.
They're like Woontang. They do it for the kids, Chris.
Do it for the kids.
All right.
Yeah. All right. You guys got anybody you need to shout out?
Yeah.
Thanks.
Well, we thanked Mom already.
It's all right. You can always thank Mom twice.
Yep. I'd like to thank Trina, Mom, wife, the team, her team, 208 Rift. I know we need to thank, not just our track operators. I mean, all track operators
everywhere,
past and present, everywhere for volunteering and giving us this, this opportunity to race BMX and do this awesome sport. One of the things Keegan and I do when we race, I try to, like last moto, I try to always thank the person doing staging. It's like they're driving a school bus, man. They've had to deal with kids and adults all day and put them in lines. And I try to like give them a thank you, like, hey, thanks for doing staging. And sometimes they're just like, thank you for thanking me. No one has ever thanked me before. They're just like in awe. I try to thank the gate operator. We wouldn't be doing any of this if it wasn't for them. So
the volunteers make the track run.
They do.
It really, and that's true. We try to do that when we go places. Make sure we thank everybody. So
it's
a good thing. We
do what we can as far as volunteering and still racing too. So
and
you're right, man. Taking a few minutes. Take it from Crenshaw BMX. Take a few minutes and thank those volunteers.
It's for sure.
Keegan, can you name off your sponsors for 208 Riff like you're a pro?
There's Fly, Active H2O.
There you go. She knows how to do it.
Hey. Active H2O. Stencil Racing, Georgia Cycles, Farm Brew Insurance, Gatenine, Tangent.
So, did you say Sinsel?
Yeah, that's
that's one of our track. That's one of our track operator families.
Operators. He's
is that Patty and Terry?
Yes.
They're tuned in.
Mimi.
That's Mimi.
There you go. They're tuned in. Thank you guys for tuning in and watching tonight. We appreciate it.
Yeah. Thank you for running your track.
So you've got Gatenine on there, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if you here's a shameless plug within a show. You guys are shopping for rims. Him and his wife just brought rims to market like you guys did with the bikes and the components, and got to tell you, they're nice.
They are sharp.
Yeah. So there's your commercial, Billy. We want to thank you guys. Go ahead.
I was going to say she loves the whole team uses their plates, their side plates and the
if you
plate inserts and plates, they're great.
Mm-hmm.
You can't go wrong with the Gatenine number plate.
He'll be in here afterwards, by the way. If you've never met him, great guy. He does all our artwork for us because I can't. I am not gifted that way.
Our little ATB logo there. Billy took care of that for us.
So before we jump out, though, one more time, you've got the deal going on. Go ahead and run us through your deal right now. You guys can go to Facebook, Instagram, link up with them for this. But, run us through that one more time.
Okay. It's going to hopefully be easier because I don't have to fly. I'm not swatting flies this time.
Okay.
So.
There you go.
So we've got our Crenshaw frame, alloy 6061 T6 frame that comes with the headset with the spacer for the straight tube for if you need it. It comes with the seat post clamp. It comes with chain adjusters, t-shirt like this right here, stickers, all for $400. We do have a few other parts for sale,
Chain
like
adjusters.
yeah, we sell them
Stems.
individually too. The stem, seat post.
Sweet.
We'd love to have our frame in some new places, get some more
Got one in
exposure.
Colorado.
We got one in Colorado recently,
Mm-hmm.
and then he really built it over the top. It
Yeah,
looks
he did.
great. He put one of those hero forks on it that
Didn't
Daylight
he-
makes.
I think he powder coated it, didn't he?
No, he put a lot of high end parts on it. It's just
Sharp.
came out beautiful. So
Well, you guys heard it here. You can head over to Crenshaw BMX, $400 bundle. That's a hell of a deal.
It
You're
is.
not going to beat it. Solid frame.
Aluminum frame.
They're awesome looking.
It is. And
Like-
they look sweet.
Yeah, like the pictures they've seen Rick, the stuff that Rick and Mike have shared, what they've done with the side hacks, and Mike's taking the one up there to Frogtown, so I think you're going to start seeing a lot more interest in it, and hopefully the show helps with it, gets the name out there. We appreciate you guys taking time and hanging out with us this evening. It really means a lot that you guys skipped a local race to hang out with us.
he skipped the low.
Thank
Thank you for having us on.
You're welcome.
Thank
No, it's a lot of fun to get to talk to you, both of you, and get to know you a little bit, and it's been a great time.
And we look forward to seeing you guys too here soon at the track.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, we're going to
Great.
wrap it up
All right.
here.
I got one quick thing I need to say real quick.
You do?
Sorry. Shameless plug again.
You going to let everyone know you won at Waterford Oaks? You took a national win?
I did do that.
Okay.
First one ever, but that's not what I'm talking about. Dude, you just...
I drank a 5-hour energy a little bit late this afternoon, buddy.
Okay.
Yeah.
That explains a few things. All right.
What do you got?
All right. I just wanted to tell my wife happy anniversary.
Oh.
Our anniversary's next week, and we're going on a little trip down to Florida, the two of us, for a week or so, and having a good time. So next week's our anniversary, and I just wanted to say happy anniversary to my wife, Shelly.
Oh, I almost feel bad for making fun of you for taking it off.
No, you don't.
Nope, not at all.
I
But
think
it's a good reason to.
yeah. So
Appreciate
we're gonna go do that. But I just wanted 29th anniversary. So happy anniversary.
Congratulations.
Thank you. It's been a lot of fun.
And she lets you come here each week and do the show.
Yes, she puts up with my BMX addiction for sure. Again, everybody join us next week. I won't be here, like I just said, but join Justin and Melissa next week. They're going to talk to Zachary from Wrenchman Wheel Builders. Make sure you like and subscribe. Please, please, please do that. It helps us immensely. We'll see you. Get out, ride your bike. Have a great time. We'll see you next week. God bless everybody. Take care.